Hello everyone, I am Ankur Singh and I will be explaining you our major project which is on analysis on water problem and its solution. My fellow teammates are Brijesh Chaudhary, Yakshesh Bhavsar and Shubham Singh and our project guide is Professor Devan Sahu. Our project aim is to resolve the water issue for present generation as well as for the future generation. Our project objectives are as follows: to fulfill the requirement of water, as we all know that the water demand is increasing day by day, and to create a proper water storage facility for storing the rainwaters, and the concept of inter-bias water transfer project. And now, so what is inter-bias water project? It is also known as transfer basin diversion. It is like to transfer water from one river to another if one river is having much water than the other one, and to create a channel from one state to another for transferring excess amount of rainwater from particular state. So let's begin with our first topic, introduction. According to the specialist, the water crisis in the 21st century is much more related to management than to a real crisis of scarcity and stress. As the urbanization is expanding, the demand of water is also increasing, thus resulting in increase of contamination in our water resources, while there is a tremendous demand of water for drinking and economic and social development. So what is stress? It is a situation in which water resource in a region or in a country are insufficient for its own need. Poor infrastructure or infrastructure in a critical state in many urban areas with loss in the network of up to 30% after treatment. So why there is a loss of 30% after treatment? That is because of we don't have proper water transportation management or water resource management, or to keep water, that is like water storage. Due to global changes with extreme hydrological events like flood and drought are the main reasons of water stress and scarcity, which results in human population vulnerability and compromising of food security. Despite water being an essential need for humans, it's also one of the most under prioritized but over abused commodity. Water is central to our lives but has not been the central point of focus in our planning while we rapidly evolve into an urban society. What is the main reason behind water scarcity in India? As we all know, India is among the top grower of agricultural product in the world, and therefore the consumption of water for irrigation is among the highest. Thus, using traditional technique of irrigation cause maximum water loss due to evaporation and other many reasons. As we all know, in India there is a poor water infrastructure. Reduction in water recharge areas, that is, we use the groundwater but do not recharge it thoroughly. Release of chemical and effluents into rivers, streams and ponds is also one of the main reasons behind the scarcity of water, as it polluted our water resources. Ensure that those who are poor are not denied water access in the name of increasing efficiency of water use. As you can see this chart represents the percentage-wise CPCB data of pond water monitoring station, as Assam having the most with 38% and Lakshadweep with least with 2%. The domestic sector is responsible for most of wastewater generation in India, and static reveals that the municipal treatment facilities are not equipped to treat the increased amount of domestic sewage. The supply of water. Mainly, we have three types of water supply resources. First, rainwater by rainwater harvesting. Second, groundwater reservoir. Third, surface water bodies, that is lake, pond, streams and rivers. Regeneration of water within the unit. As water can be recycled and be used again, that is, wastewater of household may be recycled again with appropriate technology to supply water sustained for purpose like irrigation. For irrigation demand, this technique can be used. Priorities for water resources planning. There are mainly three types of water resources planning: domestic consumption, that is for drinking, cooking, bathing; industrial purpose, that is water used in industries; irrigation, the water which is used in growing crops in the systematic and scientific manner. Management tools for water resource planning are as follow: water related allocation reallocation agreements between planning unit sharing common water resources, subsidize on water uses, planning of release from reservoir over time, planning of withdrawal of groundwater with time, planning of cropping pattern of agricultural field to optimize the water availability from rain and irrigation as a function of time, creating public awareness to reduce waste of water, especially filtered drinking water, and to inculcate the habit of recycling wastewater for purpose like gardening. Rainwater harvesting in villages with water scarcity. As you can look into this picture represents rainwater harvesting. So basically, what is rainwater harvesting? It is the process of collecting of rainwater from surface on which rain falls, filtering it and storing it for multiple uses. Rainwater harvesting puts the supply of water back to normal level. It is the collection and storage of water from surface that rain has fallen up. So, what are the components of rainwater harvesting system includes? It includes catchment, the surface area that is utilized for rainwater harvesting; transportation, water pipes or drainage to carry the rainwater from rooftop to the storage tank; first flush, the device to flush off the water from the first shower; filter, it treats the water and filters it; storage tank, it is used to store the usable water. Methodology that we have used in our study. We have collected the data of wastewater from different states of India and also the data of water level during rainy season in different regions. Searching for areas to store the rainwater, making a pipeline channel for transferring the water from one region to another, doing survey of average uses of water for particular region, taking the advice from expert person in the field of water management, implementation of proper ideology to resolve the water issues. Engineering economy in water resource planning. As we all know, we don't have a proper water infrastructure for transportation and supply. So, all water resource projects have to be cost efficient. This is an essential part of planning. It is essential that the minimum cost is spent under the given constraint of project construction. Hence, a few feasible alternatives for project are usually worked out. What we can do to create awareness among people? We can use latest technology to stop exploitation of water. As a mechanical engineer, we can use our knowledge in making such device which can detect the damaged portion and reduce the wastage of water through pipeline by proper installation. We can use such applications which will give alert of water usage to peoples, which will directly connected to the water meter which will be installed at individual's house. Let's conclude our project. Water is essential living source that everyone needs in day-to-day life for domestic, agricultural and industrial use. We have time to save water, so we should use techniques which can help us in saving water in day-to-day life for domestic level and to society level. We have discussed about the possible ways that can be taken into consideration for saving water and transferring it from one place to another. Thank you.